I can't teach a man how to wear his pants. Have to turn that off for now because now it's time to record. It's time to put the camera on and talk to nothing that responds back to what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I have to kind of generate my own mind responses. It's like I'm having a conversation with myself. I'm sure that's been referred to before, but I'm just echoing it. Okay? I'm saying it again. What do you want from me? Dear God. What is going on, everybody? My name is Maximus and welcome back to another movie review. Today we are going to be talking about the movie Heretic. Now, I kind of forgot that this movie was coming out this weekend. I remember I saw trailers for it and the trailers interested me and, you know, kind of gave you something but not too much of what it's going on. And this is for those who don't know, an A24 film, so you already know we getting into the whole weird stuff, all right, because we all know how A24 likes to be with their movies and stuff like that. I must say that they are very innovative. A24 is a very innovative company when it comes to trying to tell a variation of stories. Even though some of them might follow the same tropes, at least they get an A for trying to make the premise different or the story different. And that's what I feel like we got here in the movie Heretic. So Heretic is just a movie on religion. It's basically just to talk about religion and two sides. There's two sides, but yeah, they talk about the two sides of basically believers and non-believers and stuff like that. And it was a very interesting conversation that they had in the movie. It brought up some very interesting ideas and interesting things. So I found this to be a very interesting talk, or like an interesting movie, and it had my attention all the way through and through because this is just a topic of something that I'm kind of interested in, or it just brought up some things that I've been thinking about. You know, it's just stuff like that. So off the bat, this movie I thought was really, really good. I don't think this movie is for everybody though. This movie is not for everybody. This is a very chatty movie. You might be expecting like, it has some, horror aspects to it, but for the most part, it was more just, it was weird, but it was not to the like paranormal type weird. It was straightforward and you were able to understand. It's like by the end of watching this movie, you'll be able to understand the message that they're trying to portray and stuff like that. So it was just a very interesting watch. And normally for movies like this, I tend to get really bored, but it was the way that this movie was executed that had my attention. It was always interesting. It was kind of slow. There were parts where it was a little bit slow, of course, from the chatty bits and stuff like that, but it built the movie up in terms of tension and suspense. It was just really well done in my eyes. They spin you on your head for a lot of the movie just to kind of get you to understand. I mean, if you've seen the trailers, you know that Hugh Grant did an excellent job in this movie. I feel like his performance was stellar, and everybody in this movie did really, really good in terms of acting and getting that feeling across of like fear or intimidation. And it just brings up some really interesting thoughts to me when it comes to the aspect of religion. And of course, no, I love the Lord, okay? I love God. God is with me. I love the Lord Jesus Christ, okay? But I just thought that for the most part, this brings some interesting topic of discussion to the table. It brings that about. But no, like I said, let's get into the part where I don't think this movie is for everybody. I don't think this movie is for everybody because if you have a bit of a short attention span, I don't think that this movie will be for you because, like I said, there are just parts where you just have to listen to somebody talk for like 10 minutes or so. And if you're not really listening, you're gonna get lost. You'll get lost and you'll be like, what the heck is this guy talking about? He's just rambling now and da-da-da-da-da, when really they're talking about actual it's real. Like it's real things. It can lose some audience people, or it can lose some people when you get to those chatty bits and things of that nature. If you're a fan of A24, I think that you'll like this movie, even with the chatty bits and stuff like that, because you never know what to expect when it comes to the A24 films sometimes. But if you don't really like A24 films, then I wouldn't say that this is a movie that you should go to the theaters and watch. But for the A24 fans, or people that are interested in, like, you know, hearing another side to what people might think in terms of religion, this is also a movie that you can go and get. Because honestly, for me, I feel like it had some of my own thoughts inside of the movie that I was never really be able to explain myself, but they kind of explained it, or was able to say it without flaw in that regard. So yeah, Heretic, really good. I love the movie. I think this is a movie that you should go and see in theaters if you can, if you're interested and stuff like that. I don't know why I thought this was going to be more of like a broader movie. At least from the trailer that I seen, it just looked like it was going to be very paranormal in a way. I just thought that, but no, that's not what it was. But it was still very enjoyable. It was still very enjoyable. I was glued to the screen from start to finish. And like I said, this is a movie that you'll be able to understand by the time the credits roll. You'll have not really any questions. Maybe one. Because with the way I didn't understand the end, but I feel like maybe I'm just looking for a deeper meaning when it was pretty straightforward. I don't know. Y'all let me know down in the comments if y'all seen the movie, what that ending is about. It was basically, it was like, to describe this movie, it was basically one question. It was one question, but drawn out to the very, very far ends of how far you can go with trying to give the right answer to this question. And so it was very, very tense heavy, because you never knew what to, like I said, you never knew what to expect. You didn't know what was gonna happen, but it was still an interesting enough watch for me, you know. So it's not for everybody, but yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, how y'all like the dual? Y'all like the dual stuff playing? I wanted to do something a little different, so here we are. I hope y'all like it. Can't really say that I've seen many movies like this one. I'm sure there's some out there, of course, but I can't really say, at least for me, that I've seen any movies. Like, to be fairly honest, only recently, maybe in the start of my senior year of high school, did I start getting into horror films. And I think one of my first ones that I genuinely wanted to go see, well, one that I genuinely wanted to go see a long time ago was, it was from the Alien movies, but it was not an Alien movie. It was Prometheus. And I wasn't expecting it to be scary. I don't know why, as a kid, the trailer appealed to me, and I thought it was just gonna be some weird adventure film and they find a tomb or whatever, but it was just a horror film. And I wasn't expecting that, so I wasn't really paying attention to it as much as I thought as much as I knew I would, because I was a scaredy cat. But like I said, high school year, senior year, that was when I went to go see Hereditary. That was an A24 film, and it was something to think about. That's what these movies, I feel like a lot of A24 movies do. They try to make you think about how the movie might have ended, or just how the movie went. And I appreciate that. I like something that, you know, you might not get all the answers to all the time, and it's not fully explained. That's what movies are supposed to do. Like I say, show and don't tell. That was a lesson that I learned from my film teacher back in high school, and it was one of the greatest things that I think could be implemented into film, because that's what films are supposed to do. Show you and not necessarily tell you everything, you know? Leave it to your own interpretation sometimes, to just keep that topic of discussion going for the movie if it's interesting, you know? And that's what I feel like this movie does. That's what most A24 films do. So, with that, movie was good. I suggest you go and watch this movie in the theater if you are interested. And I think that if you don't like horror or A24, you know, maybe you could wait until it comes on streaming services or something like that, or just leave this one to the side. But me, I'm going to give this movie a 8. This movie gets an 8 out of 10 from me because it was just really well done. I feel like the characters were really well executed, and they didn't choose one side. I like how they played both sides. They played both sides, so it's like, well, yeah, what do you think is, you know, the answer to the question? So I enjoyed that. Movie gets an 8. Y'all let me know if y'all have seen the movie Heretic in theaters, and let me know what you guys thought about the movie down in the comments below. Thank y'all so very much for watching Thank y'all very much for watching all the way to the end of the video. If you liked the video, remember to leave a like, share, and subscribe down below. And until next time, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.